hip-hop, early morning, late night talk show.
Breakfast Club is the most powerful, popular, urban radio show in America.
Made it! Live from the Black Mothership in New York City, it's DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
It's different, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know what y'all talking about.
Thank you, y'all. Be blessed, Club. I love y'all.
Collectively known as
Breakfast Club, bitches!
So I'm always nervous when I do the Breakfast Club because sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
Everybody wake up!
Good morning, USA!
Yo, 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 yo.
Charlamagne the guy.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
We have our special guest host with us this morning, Loren LaRosa. Good morning, Loren.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Loren.
How y'all feeling this morning?
Blessed, black, and highly favored, man.
Loren?
Retweet.
Retweet. Okay.
I feel the same.
Retweet. Happy Tuesday, man.
Happy Tuesday.
Today is a great day.
That's right.
It is. It wasn't raining that bad this morning.
No, but it is cold. Now, mind you, we're broadcasting live from the Black Mothership in the tri-state area. You know what I'm saying? Which is New York, New Jersey. So I'm sure Houston and Florida and South Carolina can't relate. But fall is here.
Yeah, fall is definitely here.
Fall is here, y'all.
It's supposed to rain all day today. The weather's been nasty the last couple of days in the tri-state area, which is New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. So it's going to be more rain today. And I'm realizing that I think my wife and my daughter, my oldest daughter, are colorblind.
Oh,
yesterday,
wow.
It's not the first time it's happened.
Why? Did they think you're black?
No, I am black.
Why?
But every time, I'm not going to say every time, but a lot of the times, I think my daughter doesn't know 8 miles to empty mean the car might really be empty.
Don't do that.
She didn't see the yellow light on.
It's not that. It's okay. That is.
Okay, you're one
I
of
feel
those.
like as a woman,
You're one of those.
It's not that we don't see it. It's just such a hassle. Well, y'all live it like. Well, you can get your gas pumped for you in Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey they pump the gas. So
but I tell you right now, one thing I'm gonna do is pray all the way to where I'm going.
Yeah, well, that's what my daughter did yesterday, and she ain't get there.
And I be thinking, I got AAA. My mom got me AAA for that reason.
She called me yesterday, and I sent her the voicemail because I was on the other line, and then she responded, "Call me now." So I'm nervous now. Bang up the phone. Where you at, Dad? Now she says this is how she starts the conversation. It said 8 miles to empty, Dad. It said 8 miles to empty, and home is 4 miles. I'm like, word. So you want to gamble?
Why would you go home instead of the gas station?
Well, I guess she was on her way home. It was like I'll figure it out later, but.
Now we're only 8 miles.
That's what I said. So she ran out of gas on the side of the Garden State Parkway, right?
Oh my God.
So now she's nervous, right? Because she was like, "Dad, cars are flying by." So now you gotta stop. You gotta go to a gas station. You gotta buy a gas station. You gotta put gas in it. Then you gotta get to her. So
that's ridiculous.
Then I finally get to her. I let her go. But now her car is so close to the side of the road, I can't even put gas in the gas can in the gas tank because I'm gonna get hit by a car.
So that's when you're supposed to call the police.
911. What's your emergency? I'm stuck on the side of the road.
That's right.
Then I realized I really didn't know how to put the actual thing in the gas tank because
you haven't pumped gas in so long.
Exactly. So you got to figure that out. The cops laughing at me. People are driving by, beeping the horn.
You've never done that? I ran out of gas a couple of years. But see, my mom got me AAA because I'm all the way out in LA, and she used to be worried about that too. Like, you get on the highway and you go to work, and you literally will pray your way to work instead of stopping and getting gas.
Well, she tried to pray.
It's a hassle.
Well, let me tell you something else. Women just discovered the NFL because of Taylor Swift.
What?
First of all, we didn't just discover it.
What'd you say?
And for black women, we've been knew about it, but we feel a little way because Travis Kelce.
Women just discovered the NFL because
Travis
of Taylor
Kelce.
Swift.
It's a whole thing.
You like him?
I used to love him, but he's not for us anymore.
Isn't he white?
Yes, but Taylor Swift, basically, she dismissed that whole once you go black, you never go back. He went back.
Oh.
And now it's over for us. Now he took the Timbs off and he got some other things.
So you're not watching NFL no more?
I was never watching NFL. I was watching his Instagram. It's a whole thing, okay? Don't get me started.
Right.
I've been on this.
All right. Well, Usher will be joining us this morning. We're going to kick it with Usher.
He's in Paris. Football.
Yeah, he's in Paris right now. Speaking of football, he's in Paris right now for his residency. So he's doing a residency in Paris. So we're going to chop it up.
And he's doing the halftime show of the Super Bowl in February.
Yes. So we're going to be kicking it with him in a little bit. And then we got front page news. Teslin Figaro will be joining us in a sec. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club on BET. There's so much going on here behind the scenes. Morning, everybody. It's DJ
Travis Kelce. He let us down. Loren is so hurt. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Loren LaRosa is our guest host.
Lord.
And let's get in some front page news. So, Loren, have you been in that gentleman's DM before?
Who, Travis Kelce?
Oh, you know what? You know who I'm talking about.
Loren, tell the truth.
It doesn't matter. There's an invisible factor of the DM. So whatever I did, it never happened. It never happened.
Yes or no? Have you been in the DM?
It never happened. And now he giving the cop that turned the body cam off. He not even looking the same no more. So I'm good.
All right, let's jump into the page news.
All right, acting like a politician. I'm just gonna assume you've been in the DM. We're just gonna put it.
That's right. Well, let's start with sports quickly. The Bengals beat the Rams last night, 19-16. The Eagles beat the Buccaneers 25-11.
Bah humbug.
Why? Because your team lost. Now let's jump right into these strikes. What's going on now?
Yeah,
Joe Biden,
as
Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're both pulling up in Michigan this week, so that's going to be interesting. As United Auto Workers continue striking this week, both President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are planning visits to Michigan. Imagine if they went there at the same time. That would be really interesting. But today, the president will be in Michigan to speak in support of the union. They even said he's going to be on the picket line, DJ Emmy, so it's going to be interesting to see if he, walks the picket line with them. And then Wednesday, Trump will meet with about 500 workers as well. Now, Donald Trump said he is going to skip the GOP debate for it. That's Wednesday. I'm going to talk about that in the second hour, but he was going to skip it anyway, but he said he's skipping it so that he can go be with the workers. There was also something interesting that happened on Friday. There was a fight that broke out. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but a couple pulled up, man and woman, with kids in their car, drove up and started shouting racial slurs at the folks who were striking. They got out and had a little fight and then got back in the car and drove off. So I thought that was really interesting. But I want you to take a listen to what some of the workers have had to say about fair pay.
25 years ago, I was making $28.78 an hour. 25 years ago. Today, I make $32 an hour. Do the math on that. A $4 an hour increase in my hourly rate in 25 years.
I make $25 an hour, whereas other people make $30 an hour doing the same job, but we get paid less.
So, and you'll never make that 30?
No, we'll never make that 30 unless they in the tiers.
Well, listen, man, most Americans support the auto workers strike, so it's the smart thing to do for Biden and Trump to show up and support the workers. So it makes me wonder, who the hell is advising Tim Scott? Who told Tim Scott it was okay?
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Who told
Everybody but Tim Scott.
Everybody but Tim Scott supports the workers striking? Like,
make no sense.
Who told him that was okay to say?
Especially in Iowa, which is a blue collar town, and it's interesting, Charlamagne. I wonder if they're going to bring that up at the debate. I'm looking to see if that's going to be
for sure
one of the questions.
And I see Donald Trump also said that he's not going to be doing debates because he's already leading in the polls. So why would he do it?
He been said that.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, he said that, but he's not doing it because he got them 90+ charges. So it's a smart thing to not do it because the entire debate will be about that. But remember, Chris Christie said he's going to run up on him from here on out. If he didn't make it to this debate, he'll be following him all around. So we'll see if that's true. We're going to talk about that more in the second hour as well.
I also saw Donald Trump say that when he becomes president, he's looking for revenge, which we already knew.
Yes,
of course. But he said he made it simple and plain yesterday. I'm locking up all my political opponents. People I don't like. I'm locking up for treason.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Donald Trump.
All right.
Putting cases on all of them.
You bitches.
That's right. All right. Well, that is front page news.
That ain't funny, by the way.
Thank you, Tez. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
But it's the reality that we
laugh at everything. You
I ain't got no choice at this point. We just gonna laugh.
It's only funny. We live in a politically ghetto world. Like, it's funny.
Yes,
it is funny. It is the ghetto.
You're gonna have to find the humor in it because it ain't gonna be funny. And next year, I'll tell you that much. If things go the way it look like they're gonna go,
get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Phone lines are wide open. Get it off your chest. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. Peace and blessings, Envy. How you doing this morning?
Hey, what's up, Sean Stone? What's going on, brother?
I'm good, brother. I can't complain. Loren, how you doing this morning, beautiful?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Loren, why are you so in love with Travis Kelce, man? You know that.
I knew you was coming for me.
You know that white boy be stealing black people's swag, right? Go find a black man out here. You know that, right?
Yeah, I can find a black man. I date black men, but I don't know. It's just something about him. He's like the only one I would try.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. I don't like his haircut now. It's a little scary.
Oh boy.
Let him be with Taylor Swift, man. You know what I mean? White on white, black for black, man. You know.
Yeah. His haircut.
Hey, Charlamagne.
Peace,
Good
King.
over there?
Yeah, she don't sound convincing, man.
No, I'm just thinking about his haircut. Like, it's given he would say the wrong thing at Thanksgiving. Like, I just...
Listen, Charlamagne need to stop being obsessed with my brother Drake, all right?
Oh, God.
What?
Didn't you get a warning from Jay Prince already, Charlamagne, to leave Drake alone?
Y'all gotta stop believing everything celebrities say, because it's so easy to spin y'all. I told y'all yesterday, me and Drake plan this every time he drops an album.
Charlamagne, you could tell other people that. I don't believe that. I've been listening to Breakfast Club for 13 years. I actually had a point. I put it on my Stone TV on YouTube. Y'all go find me on YouTube about Charlamagne obsessed with Drake. He always been.
You shouldn't believe
Drake, Charlamagne.
You shouldn't believe me because I'm lying. But once again, me and Drake plan this every time he puts an album out.
Oh boy,
he wants me to fake hate on his music, even though I really don't like the song. But he wants me to hate on his music.
Breakfast Club,
and it brings attention to the record.
That's
what
told y'all this
yesterday.
That's your story. You sticking with it?
It's all over. It's on Fader. Fader put a headline out.
I kind of. We gonna talk about this today because I think there's a little something to it.
See?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get on a Payola train. My bad.
Hello, who's this? Jesus Christ.
Okay, this is Uber Mike. Good morning, Breakfast Club.
Uber Mike, what up? Get it off your chest.
Okay, get off my chest. Okay, first I want to say, what's up? Good morning, LL Bay, Cool Bay.
Hey, good morning.
Delaware, how are you?
I'm doing great. You about to come for me?
A couple things real quick. So we got the auto workers striking. We got the actors and writers striking. You don't want us drivers to start striking out here either. Ain't nobody gonna go nowhere.
That's true, but the writer's strike just came to a tentative end. The writer's strike did.
Right.
Yes.
Right. They're not the actors. And the last thing, Charlamagne, Jordan the welder, they're always pushing for people to have a skill or a trade. Can you guys have her on the show one day?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't know if Jordan got time. I don't even know where Jordan lives at. I don't think
the Bronx. I thought she said.
Is she in the Bronx?
I thought she said the Bronx. I can't.
Give her the invite.
Uber Mike, where you from?
I think she'd be a good poster child.
Uber Mike, where you from?
I'm from Dallas.
Dallas. I'm gonna be in Dallas this Saturday, Uber Mike.
Okay, yeah, hit me up, DJ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wouldn't have no problem doing that because I always encourage people to go to trade school. You know what I mean? Go to trade school, learn a trade, become an electrician, or a welder, a plumber, learn how to install HVAC. You went to trade school?
Yep. Howard High School Technology.
What trade you learn?
Legal administrative assisting.
So secretary.
Not technically a secretary because as a legal administrative assistant, I mean, no shade to secretaries, but you really get into documents and contracts and like I was supposed to go into
considered a trade.
I didn't know that either.
It is considered a trade. There are certain like technical things that you have to be certified for, and then you can go on and work. I have friends that like literally just went on with life after high school and they live good lives now.
Living great lives. I wonder how much that pays a
My
year.
brother did I think he did electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering, HVAC, welding, all that's a lot of money.
My mom didn't play about that. My mom did not play about that.
Anything with cars, never go broke. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
That is Lucky.
What's up, Lucky?
Good morning, Lucky. How are you, sir?
What's going on? I'm doing all right. How y'all doing?
Good,
brother. Black and highly favored.
All right. So, I want to get this off my chest, man. I've been dealing with a situation for a while now. I haven't been getting able to see my son, man. It's been about 8 years. The first 6 years, I was kind of off and on seeing him. But he's 16 now. And it's time, you know?
Why haven't you been able to see him? Your baby mama been keeping him from you?
Well, she would say that she hasn't been keeping him from me per se, but she's just been making it hard for us to meet halfway. She got married, so after she got married, it's kind of been like, you know, she got her family, so, you know, it's like whatever. Oh, your dad's not there. She consoled my son about it, but if you really want to console him, then just meet up, so we can meet up and I can get him for a summer, you know?
Why you don't take her ass to court?
Man, I ain't had the money to do that, and then just not wanting to put her through that, I just kind of let it go on.
But your son's the age where you could call him directly, though. You said he's 16, right?
Yeah, and when I call him, it's kind of monitored. You know, every since he's been little, every time I talk to him, it's on speakerphone, or when I FaceTime him, his mom's around. It's we don't have no kind of connection because I feel like she's so sheltered up.
Right.
And that's scary because when he turned 18, he'll be able to make his own decisions, man. But you've already missed so much of his formative years. You're not even gonna know who that young man is.
Right.
Yeah, but he might.
You know what? And I just want to say that it's crazy that y'all picked up this morning, because I always try to get through on little things, but it's just been this thing that's been bothering me, and I hope that he hears this, and I hope that he knows that I love him and that I want to see him, and I can't wait until he turns 18 and is able to make his own decisions, because the conversations between us are very dry.
Wow.
It's like, yes, sir, okay. I can tell he's not opening up because he doesn't have that privacy.
And you don't even know what's being said about you when you're not around. So he could be being brainwashed about his father and what kind of relationship his father wants with him.
And I want to say this: manipulation is at its finest over there, because she told me she showed him messages of what I've told her. It could have been a heated argument. Now you showing the kid messages of what I said to you, trying to show him that, this is how he treats me. That's not right.
Just keep trying, though. Like I will say, keep trying. Me and my dad didn't actually meet each other until I was 13, and it was a little weird for a long time. But the fact that he kept trying, and even now, we don't have the best relationship, but I know I can always call him. It makes me want to call him and feel bad when I don't. Keep trying, because that's going to mean a lot to him.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Good luck, brother.
I appreciate it.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now, we got rumors on the way. Lauren, give us a little tease.
Yes, we do. We are going to get into all of the Drake records that were set by Slime You Out following the conversation that we had in here the other day.
Oh, wow.
I did my job.
Yo, shut up, man. We'll get into it next. It's The Breakfast Club.
Did my job. The plan worked.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our special guest host, Loren LaRosa, with us this morning.
That's right. And salute to all the women who just discovered the NFL because of Taylor Swift.
Oh, my God. You're not about to do that to me every time. Yesterday it was Delaware. Today it's the NFL. I've known about the NFL.
Taylor Swift is going to make all these women Chiefs fans the way Deion has made all of us Colorado fans.
What's your favorite team?
I don't have a favorite team. I just always
the Chiefs.
I mean, not anymore. They're not my favorite team anymore.
Why not?
We talked about this. I just feel like there was a certain level of respect that was violated, and it just reminds me again and again.
They mad that Travis dumped the black woman for the white woman. That's what this is all about. Just say it, Lauren. Say it.
Name 3 players on the Chiefs.
Patrick Mahomes.
1.
Travis Kelce.
2.
And Taylor Swift.
Let's get to the rumors.
Loren LaRosa. So I've been here for a little bit. I've been here for a minute.
This is the Rumor Report.
I think a lot of people will recognize the voice and the name.
On The Breakfast Club.
Lauren came in hot.
I came in telling the truth. So this is crazy. Yesterday we had a conversation in here about Drake and the Slime You Out song. And Charlamagne, you said that you were lying about being on Drake's team and being a part of the rollout and all that stuff.
You should believe me even when I'm lying, Lauren.
What?
What in the mansplaining is that?
You should believe me even when I'm lying.
I mean, listen. I kind of believe it. So after we had this conversation, granted, when we talked about it, we had mentioned that Drake was set to
go number one.
Yeah, go number one. Mm-hmm. I feel like that conversation yesterday sped that process up. When I left here, everything was Drake in that song. Now, this morning, I took a nap yesterday and woke up and he was number one. And now he is tying Madonna for the 5th most number one hits in the Hot 100 history.
Wow.
Round of applause, Aubrey.
He beat Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, so Drake's Slime You Out featuring SZA soars at number 1. The collaboration is his 12th Hot 100 leading song, tying him for the 5th most in the list history and SZA's 2nd. No, he's one song away from tying Michael Jackson for most number ones by male soloists.
Well, it's Drake and SZA. People's curiosity is going to make them go scream the record, and of course, radio was going to play the hell out of it. We played it every hour on the hour when it dropped, regardless of how people feel about the record. But look, the moral of the story is, once again, the plan worked. I did my job.
Cap.
How much do you get paid?
Don't worry about all that. But I told y'all yesterday that Drake and I plan these things every time he drops certain records. He wants me to hate on them because all noise is great noise nowadays. And I told y'all to play, but nobody believes me because I'm lying. But you should believe me even when I'm lying.
Cap.
Are you looking for an intern on the Drake side? Is it a paid internship?
I've said enough.
Cap.
Listen, I'm just
lying, man. Go ahead, Lauren.
I am not lying.
You are lying.
I'm just
Believe
saying.
me when I'm lying.
Something in here worked because that song was not.
It was going to number 1 regardless.
It was, but I just feel like I even played it a couple times yesterday, and I didn't even know why. I
told you to play, but nobody believes me because I'm lying. But you should believe me even when I'm lying.
Cap. That was like the Beyonce challenge right there. It just got quiet for a second, but go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to move on to something that we've been talking about all morning because it is very near and dear to my heart, or it was. I've released this in the name of all of the gods because I cannot go through this. So Taylor Swift, she was at the Arrowhead Stadium. She was there to see the Chiefs play on Sunday.
King. Don't act like you don't love your Snow King.
Just him. Honestly, just him. Like, it was only him for. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like black women have like set white men that we would like kind of try it a little bit with.
Oh, Travis Kelce's one of them?
Travis Kelce was one of them, and Justin Timberlake was one of them.
Really?
Yeah, I think we let Justin go after the Janet stuff, though.
Are you supposed to be telling these black women secrets? I didn't know that.
We talk about this all the time on Twitter. You just are not there.
Yeah, I don't do Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also don't. Do you not hear black women either?
What?
Oh, okay.
I've never heard them talk about their lustful white men.
It's not a lust. It's just like if we had to go there, and not everybody wants to. These are people that we think are lonely.
I hear a bunch of black women say, "Lauren, speak for yourself."
Hold on.
I am so lonely.
No, there are a lot of black women that thought that Travis Kelce was very attractive.
Okay.
But this whole Taylor Swift thing, can we turn?
Stop, or you make her cry. Won't y'all stop?
What?
Man?
No,
she lost her white king. Come on, I'm sorry. I'm with you. I'm here for support.
No,
was
we're
that
not
your
gonna
white
do
king?
that. No, it was not.
Wow.
It was like a crush. We are not bringing this song back.
Go ahead, tell us about your Snow King. What
happened? My God.
Your Snow King.
I feel like I gotta talk in a low voice for this. So, the 12-time Grammy-winning singer Taylor Swift showed up at this game, and when she showed up at the game, y'all, it went from an NFL football game to a Swifties concert.
When it's cold
to
outside.
Who?
Everybody in
Not
the
to
world.
us. We were watching the game for the game.
Yes.
I didn't give a damn about no Taylor Swift being there.
Do we have the audio of Patrick Mahomes? No, we don't. Okay, well, I can describe it.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Because I don't even watch the reporters at the football games because there's nothing for me to. I don't even know what they're talking about.
Oh my God, Lauren.
So Patrick Mahomes they're talking about the game, and he's asked if he felt under pressure because Taylor Swift was there and the Swifties are watching. And I'm like, what is happening right now?
That's because America is obsessed with celebrity. We have an unhealthy obsession with celebrity.
America and Travis Kelce, because he didn't.
He broke your heart.
It wasn't that deep, but if I ever had to go there, I thought that he was
going to be the one.
Imagine being Patrick Mahomes, one of the best players in the NFL,
and they actually
two-time Super Bowl champion, MVP. You done put all this work in on the football field, and they're gonna ask you if your motivation was Taylor goddamn Swift.
He leaned in though. He said, "I wanted to get the ball to him just as much as the Swifties wanted me to." He know what's up.
They're called the Swifties.
Yes, you don't know about that. I'm not a part of them.
Oh,
no, okay. It's nothing wrong with the people that are though, but yeah, let's move on.
Why you didn't report on your Snow King saying he'll break up with you if you don't let him hit after the third date?
That was in like 2016,
he
right?
Don't date nobody who don't.
Was it grow?
People can grow. All right.
People can grow.
Of course they can.
That is your rumor report. All right. Now when we come back, Teslin Figaro will be joining us for Front Page
Snow King like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
Oh
Lauren.
my God.
My God, man.
And then Usher will be joining us in a couple of minutes as well. So don't move. You okay?
I don't know.
This is crazy. Where's Dr. Umar? You need an intervention.
Y'all know what messed me up? I do. I might need to talk to Dr. Umar.
Yes, you
he
do.
put on the Timbs and I was just like, whoa, is this...
Okay. Snow King and some Timbs drove you crazy.
It messed my whole life up.
Jesus Christ. Dr. Umar,
I'm back, though.
I got a new patient for you.
I'm back. He ain't even had the butter strung up right. I'm back.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlemagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Loren LaRosa here. And let's get in some front page news. Start off quickly with some sports. Last night, the Bengals beat the Rams 19-16. The Eagles beat the Buccaneers 25-11.
Ball humbug. I don't like to see any NFC East team win when my NFC East team loses, okay? So go Cowboys. Could care less about the Eagles.
All right, you're still not going to the Super Bowl, but
you'll see.
Good morning, Tez.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Charlamagne the God.
Good morning.
Let's jump right in. Let's talk about this second Republican debate.
Yeah, Wednesday, which is tomorrow, 6 Republican candidates will battle it out again at the second presidential debate. A televised event will mark the absence of Donald Trump. Said he's not showing up. which he's been saying that all along. Now, the former president remains dominant over the rest of those in the field with a margin of more than 40 points. That's a big margin. So he's still in the lead despite, everything going on with President Trump. And, in the comm world, there's something, do no harm. So if him stepping out, if the debate's not going to help him, there's no point in doing it, and certainly it could hurt him. So I guess his team has said, just stay away from it. Even though I kind of was looking forward to the entertainment, to be quite honest with you. But he's not going to be a part of it. Now, the 6 candidates who will be there will be Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, Tim Scott, and Chris Christie.
No Larry.
No Larry. Poor little Larry. He wasn't able to make it for the second time. I guess just didn't do the hard work to get on the stage.
Gotta work harder, man. That's all. That's the only way to beat the system. Work hard.
That's right. Work hard. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Now, for those who did make it, who did work hard, they had to receive at least 3% in 2 national polls, or a combination of 1 national poll and 2 statewide polls. They also needed to get 50,000 individual campaign donors and then sign the pledge. So imagine, one thing about it, the comment caucus, I tell them all the time, the comment caucus, they don't vote. They also don't donate. None of that stuff matters. You can post 1,000 comments, but at the end of the day, if you are not getting behind your candidate, this is what happens, the result of that.
I just don't understand what these Republican debates are doing, because Donald Trump's lead is so wide. You know what I'm saying?
And all he's gonna do is get on Twitter and react, because they're gonna talk about him. So
yeah, I just wonder what the goal is for these candidates. Are these, what is the goal for them in these debates? What do they hope to gain from this? Because
they're so far behind.
Don't seem like it's gonna ever be a lead.
A position in a VP position, so 2 things. 1, be considered as vice president. 2, continue to spread the message, be a disruptive candidate, which is, get your message out knowing you don't have a chance in hell. So I think what I'm looking forward to between Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley, that should be a pretty good exchange. And I want to see if Chris Christie is going to kind of step up. He kind of fell back a little bit to me during the last debate. And I'm going to see if Pence, if he wants to continue to bring a little bit of smoke. So yeah, they're just vying for a position or a cabinet position if Trump will win. That's their only goal. They know
Christie will never get one of those. I enjoyed Chris Christie last debate though. I enjoyed him and Nikki Haley.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed Nikki Haley, but I just thought Chris Christie kind of fell back a little bit. He was a lot more aggressive in previous debates. So we'll see.
Now let's talk about this new California bill.
Yeah, I wonder how many of you feel comfortable with trucks being driven by basically nobody, no human. California Governor Newsom has vetoed a bill to require human drivers on board self-driving trucks. Now, a measure that union leaders and truck drivers said would save thousands of jobs in the state. The legislation that was voted in has banned self-driving trucks weighing more than 10,000 pounds, ranging from UPS delivery drivers to massive big rigs, from operating on public road unless a human driver is on board. Now, the California Labor Federation said that driverless trucks are dangerous, I would agree, and called Newsom's veto shocking. She estimates that removing drivers would cost 250,000 jobs in the state. So are you guys comfortable with big rigs driving themselves?
No.
Now, I still think you need a human in there, but I mean, people who have those Teslas that have self-driving Teslas, they love it. They say that it gets them home, it's safe when they're tired. So I don't have a problem with it, but a human has to be in there as well.
But there's tons of crashes in those Teslas too, and lawsuits because of the crashes, and no.
Yeah, I don't think we should leave anything to just the robots. I think there should always be some type of human supervision and control of these trucks. Because, for example, you know what I'm saying, what if a truck that's just got a robot is careening off the road?
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That's what I said, a human has to be in there with it.
Yeah, who's going to stop that? Like, if a guy or a woman is driving a truck and they fall asleep for a second and they start careening off the road, at least they can wake up and get back to it. Like,
correct.
What's going to stop the robot from just running over people?
Yeah, that's why I said a human has to be in. And I know in some of the Teslas, you actually have to touch the steering wheel every, I guess, like 2 minutes to make sure that somebody's actually there.
How can I get good
This
sleep
is
doing
scary,
that?
y'all.
How the hell can I get good sleep?
Well, people been hacking that all day long, but it's kind of like, and I know planes don't have as much traffic, but most of the planes are autopilot the whole way, as long as there's a pilot in there as well.
There's 2 in there, sometimes 3.
And they're
maybe
there.
3 too.
Sometimes 3.
I've never seen 3.
Never 3 pilots.
Is there room in there for 3?
Probably when they're doing training. I don't know.
I was a flight attendant. I never heard of 3
pilots in the cockpit before.
Your cockpit, I'm sure.
I was about to say, you was looking at something else.
Y'all was insane for no reason.
I was actual flight attendant. I never heard of 3 people. I've never heard of 3 in there. I've heard of 2 in like a U.S. Marshal on board sometimes.
When 3, I'm looking at it right now. When 3 pilots get in one plane, one of them is the captain who flies the plane. The second is the co-pilot or the first officer. The third pilot is the flight engineer. His job is to check equipment, engines, and mechanical information during the flight.
Never heard that, and I was a flight attendant.
Y'all don't be paying attention. You know what I was a
flight attendant.
You know how I be doing?
I had to pay.
She said she was a flight attendant.
I flew for Delta.
She wasn't a good one because she never seen 3 pilots in the cockpit. But the reason I be knowing that is because I be giving the pilots gift cards on long flights.
Why?
Why not? See? You heard what you just said?
No, I'm just wondering, like, you always have an end game. I'm just wondering what the...
is that these people... We're trusting them with our lives.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Like, we're getting on a plane and we're flying overseas for hours or flying cross country for hours. Give a pilot a Starbucks card.
Do you tip your flight attendants too?
No, I've never tipped a flight attendant.
But they don't take the money. They don't take anything. I tried.
Yeah, I've never done that for flight attendants.
Whoa.
That's a good idea, though.
Whoa. I've tried before. Usually they said, no, we can't take it, sir.
Yep, that's what they supposed to say.
Really?
I was in and out for 8 months and I took all my tips.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. And I'm looking now, why are there 3 pilots in the cockpit? One important reason they say is safety redundancy.
I've never heard of 3 pilots in a cockpit, but whatever.
You don't pay attention.
I just don't know the reaction time that somebody would really have to, be able to. Will you jump in the passenger, jump in the driver's seat real quick and make, like,
no, you stay in the driver's seat. So you sit in the driver's seat.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, you sit in the driver's like like a plane. You stay in the cockpit, but you stay in the driver's seat. But they have all these type of sensors that's supposed to protect you, see things that you can't see. Like even some of these cars now. I mean, you drive some of these cars now, and you get too close, your car's gonna stop. It right. Jerks your neck. Pause.
Yeah, my mom's car does.
Yeah.
Oh. I learned something new. But so then, what's the point? I guess of them driving if you're still technically driving, like Charlamagne's point. Well, how am I gonna get any sleep? Like, what's the point?
I guess it's kind of like cruise control, where it just makes it a little easier. I don't want anybody going to sleep in any moving
I agree with that.
Like whatsoever.
I'm cool with driving myself, and I damn sure don't want to be next to a big rig,
self-driven big rig.
Yeah, I don't understand how folks, complain about AI and robots taking over if we just gonna relinquish power like that. You shouldn't relinquish power. Like, it should always be human supervision over these things.
All right, well, that is front page news. All right, thank you, Tiz.
No problem. Thank you.
Make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms.
And I guess they're basing that off of the crashes due to self-driven and crashes without people having self-driven, people being tired, sleepy, and all that, compared to,
like they said, the planes are like the most, like, it's one of the most safest ways of transportation. But
no traffic.
We're scared.
Well, not that much. All right, now when we come back, Usher will be joining us. He's in Paris right now doing his Paris residency, but it was just announced that he's going to be doing the Super Bowl. So we're going to chop it up with Usher when we come back. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got Loren LaRosa hanging out with us this morning, our special guest co-host. And we got the icon, the legend on the line right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Usher.
Hey.
How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm feeling up right now. I'm feeling blessed. Feeling blessed.
Congratulations, Super Bowl halftime show. I feel like the culture collectively was calling for this.
Yep.
I feel like we've been saying this for months.
Thank you, man. Affirmations do come true, right? Thank you guys for wanting it for me. Thanks for each and every person that prayed. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, just talked about it. Maybe it was just putting it in the air that, the Super Bowl would decide to come to Vegas because I was there. No, I'm just joking. But for real, man, I have, have heard, the conversations and the idea that, I would be able to play the Super Bowl. So now it's a reality. Crazy. Jay-Z calls me at, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm barely just waking up. Just the first news I get of the day. He's like, yo, this your Michael moment. This your magic moment. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. So I look over at G and I'm like, yo, it's Jay. He's telling me I got it. No way. And in the background, you hear him, way. It was so gangster. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
How long have you known this was going to happen? Because you said, so Jay just called you or you knew this was in the air?
No, Jay called when I first got the news.
Okay.
I was in Atlanta. Yo, the craziest part, man, trying to hold this, you know what I'm saying, and not tell my kids who were also too on me, like, Dad, you should play the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, who do I need to call? You know what I mean? They online asking or talking I'm like, hey, man, just maybe pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put it in the ether, you know what I'm saying, maybe it'll come back. I'm knowing, but I can't tell them, so It was about a week and a half of just holding that secret. I felt like I was having a conversation in the war room and you can't tell the rest of the world what's going on. It's crazy.
That was on your bucket list, you said.
It has always been on my bucket list, yeah.
Since Michael, I bet you since you saw Michael Jackson do it back in the day.
Absolutely. He's the one who, by the way, Michael has paved the way for all of us. You know what I'm saying? It's to be able to see what he did with this moment starts it. And then to understand what Prince did with this moment ignites it. To know that so many legendary artists have been in that position from, U2, Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, so many incredible artists have been able to service that moment. I really do feel like I'm built for this. I feel like the music catalog that I've been able to build obviously speaks to it, but the entertainer that I am for that moment and the fact that I'm in my new home, you know what I'm saying? Like not only my Vegas residency, but also to Lovers and Friends Festival. And it's like, why not have a crescendo? I think it was perfectly timed. I'm a praying man. You know what I mean? And I put this up in the air. I prayed about it. If it was intended to happen, then it would find its way to me. And it did. And I'm not going to disappoint. I'll tell you that much.
Did you go to Vegas, starting with Lovers and Friends, and then going into the residency, saying like, okay, if we do all this, now that it's here, the Super Bowl is going to be next? Like, was that like you put that out there knowing that this would come?
Yeah, no, affirmations, like literally deciding that I was going to move in a certain way to take like some sense of ownership of a space. I feel like in the past being able to do that in Atlanta, like, yeah, I'm originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee, but I was raised in Atlanta, and Atlanta raised the artist that I am. Atlanta raised the man that I am. Atlanta raised the person and the creative that I am. And I was able to do that in Las Vegas. So I started with a residency, opening a show when we were just coming out of the pandemic, the first show to open in the world, not just United States of America, but we were coming out of a pandemic and people were afraid. Bringing that energy back in, that started it. And then staying in Las Vegas long enough for them to decide, okay, we're going to have the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. So I'm like, I'm staying here. I brought my festival, Lovers and Friends to Vegas. I was like, I'm staying here. I'm going to put my flag down here. This is my new space. This is my home. I feel like I get to do all of the things that I've always wanted to do and progress and just be creative. And since then, there's just been more and more things that have just really worked to my benefit. But again, I'm a praying man, and I appreciate the fact that God has allowed this to happen. I appreciate each and every person that I know said a prayer for me. I can tell you, my grandmother, before she passed, she said a prayer, and this is a very strong praying woman. So I know that my grandmother, she's in heaven, and she's gonna have the best seat in the house, being able to look down and see this happen. My nanny they're gonna be up there. My grandpapa's gonna be up there looking at this and enjoying it. They got the best seats in the house.
Now you got the difficult task now. See, now this is the difficult task. You got two things. Now you got to bring Atlanta to the Super Bowl. So do you bring roller skates? Do you bring strip club? Do you bring cars? And then you got so many records into 13 minutes.
Are you bringing the stripper from the Vegas, the one that comes down and like claps on? I don't know her name.
I haven't been to the show yet.
The show, are you bringing her to the Super Bowl?
Up.
I might walk to the Super Bowl if you bring sis.
Let me tell you something. You know what I do in Vegas. So listen, it ain't nothing but the lights, baby. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring the lights. We're going to bring the lights out. I can't give you too much. I'll tell you this. The ideas that are swarming, you obviously know all the people that I work with in my life and my career. Musically, the people that I respect and have collaborated with. I'm thinking of all of that. I'm thinking of making certain that the world understands the legacy that is my career. Not just the moment, but the legacy, the connection, the ideas, and the nuance. You know what I'm saying? If it is a little bit of what Atlanta is, if it's a lot of bit of what my life has been in terms of my experience, but I'm playing the hits, and I'm gonna definitely bring something that's gonna leave you. It's gonna leave you shocked. You're gonna remember this moment.
Tell us.
Remember this moment for the positivity. You're gonna remember this moment for the idea and the history. You're gonna remember this moment for all of the people that I feel like I stand on the shoulders of. You're gonna remember this moment for the fact that it inspired me to see them have their moment, and now I'm gonna have mine.
Tell us the meaning of the commercial, Usher, and why it was important for you to tap into your younger self like that.
Younger self? What you talking about, man? I'm still here. What you
play with him.
You definitely not Asian.
Mirror,
you definitely not Asian. But that was a younger version of Usher.
Nah, so by the way, we went around and around about how we would approach this. A really great benefit is the 20th anniversary and celebration of Confessions. Wow. So it will be a great opportunity to take a little bit of something that people would instantly identify with and play with it. And I felt like the social engagement, because it really was spun after something that I saw my fans engage using it for me. And I'm like, yo, this is something that I think is going to activate the world, and also to continue to engage them, because I want other people to do it as well. I want other people to do their own versions of that conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Why Dion and Kim?
I mean, I think that, the dynamic of who I am and what I have offered is span wide. I think that, Dion and what he represents as a story that has continued to dig himself from wherever he has been, whether it was health or whether it was life or whether it was the pivot of being an amazing athlete and then becoming a coach. I felt like there was a story there to be told, and I wanted to support that, and I wanted him to do it. I had to ask if he would do it, and he volunteered and said, yeah, I would love to be a part of that. I felt like it was for the culture in that way. Kim is a good friend, and I felt like it would definitely be fun. Marshawn Lynch was just, once again, another fun moment for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And Odell Beckham, you know what I'm saying? It was just a matter of just continuing to keep the right energy and all the right people. There were a ton of things that I've talked about, and a ton of things that are going to happen any given Sunday that leads up to the actual big Sunday performance. So it ain't done. You're going to see more. I actually, pre-ordered and put on pre-order my album. So there's a lot of levels to what I'm doing with this entire moment between now and February 11th.
All right, when we come back, let's get into an Usher mini mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. This morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlemagne the Guide. We are the Breakfast Club, and Loren LaRosa is our special guest host.
Now, there were the dating rumors with you and Kim Kardashian, because she had came to the show so many times, and people were like, what the heck is going on? You weren't afraid to lean into that?
I'm on a Breakfast Club. Didn't I? I forgot. Sorry.
I mean, because when I saw it, I said, oh, this is smart. Like, I thought you were playing into that whole, like, people were like, how did this friendship even come about? Why does she keep going to the show?
Well, if you listen to it, basically, she told you, I've seen the show 2 times, and that's why she could give the news, because she actually knows. But it's a great show, man. Vegas has brought out a lot of people, not just Kim. We're talking about Halle Berry, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Zendaya. We're talking about Gabrielle Union, who was in the house last night here in Paris. You know what I'm saying? This thing is about good energy. This thing is about making certain that people celebrate that legacy every night. And I'm happy, that our friendship allowed her to be a part of it, and that we could do something fun and social, Now,
Usher, I don't know if you heard, but, Charlamagne and I are actually going out to Vegas to see your show. Not together.
Coming in October.
Not together, but we're going to see it. And
together.
We joked on air that says, if you sing to our women, we're going to grab your other hand. We all singing together.
You're going to serenade all of us.
We come to 5 heartbeats to 3 heartbeats. That's what we doing. That's what we going for? Let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3. I got nothing but love for you.
but Envy brings up a good point, Mr. Steal Your Girl. You're not going to be able to steal anybody's girl from the Super Bowl stage.
You don't know that.
Because you won't be that close to the crowd. So how do you plan to terrorize people's relationships at the Super Bowl, Usher?
I think you gave me the phrase, the domestic terrorist. I think you did, Charlamagne.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who coined the phrase? Oh, my God. You crazy, bro. Man, it's going to be a night. Yo, by the way, my Vegas residency is specifically what it is. And my performance at the Super Bowl will specifically be what it is. But I will tell you, I'm not Mr. Steal Your Girl. You know what I'm saying? That's Trey Songz. I'm the guy who tells you don't leave your girl around me.
Don't leave your girl around me. You're right.
So you should come with your girl. You know what I'm saying? You should be there.
There's no guilt. You don't feel bad at all when you see like the Keke Palmer situations unfold. Like there's no guilt whatsoever.
What would the guilt be? That I actually had a great show?
No, it's fun, but like it just costs so much.
Oh, you haven't seen my show yet? Okay, baby.
Oh no, actually I did.
I'll get you a first class seat. I got you.
I've been. I was there. I think it was the second show you did. Shout out to your team. It was an amazing experience. I tell everybody that your show was amazing. I know it's all fun, but I'm just saying there's so much that stemmed from that once it happened with Keke. I'm like, dang, like, do she get like a hey you good call after? Like what happens?
I mean, not only did we get a good call, we shot a video too, and the idea was to actually bring good attention. Yeah, it was to bring good attention to it, good intention and attention. I think that we live in a sensational time. We live very 2D. You know what I'm saying? Life is 1D, 2D, 3D, and I think we live in a 2D space. So the idea of what this is, man, was just about fun and just enjoying, that moment and not missing it.
Because you gotta stop. You gotta stop. They did a whole Boondocks episode about you. Okay, don't leave it
just so you know. They did that way before I was in Vegas. Just so you clear.
I know that because you have a reputation. You've been doing this, Usher. Stop.
It's a good thing though. It's good. It's good. You know what it keeps relationships live. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do your part. You know what I'm saying? Do your parts, fella.
Go ahead.
That's why we grabbing your hand when you start singing. When we get out there, I'm gonna hold your hand too.
Thank you for telling me. I now know exactly who I'm singing to.
Now they're gonna come with just them two. It's gonna be y'all three in a circle.
Now, Diddy and JD are supposed to do this versus, right? You work with Diddy, you work with JD. How do you stand on that? And are we ever gonna get an Usher versus? It's not gonna happen.
You know why? I've said this a million times. There's only like 2, maybe 3 people's catalogs you can't do nothing with, and Usher is one of them.
Yeah.
Usher got nuclear weapons.
Correct.
You brushed by it earlier when you was just like, oh, my musical catalog. Nah, bro. Your catalog is different. You got nuclear weapons. There's only one person I think could even stand there with you.
Mary J. Blige.
And that's it.
Mary J. Blige. That's it. Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
Charlamagne, I appreciate your vote of confidence, bro. I do. Yeah, I got warheads. Let me just say this. and Diddy, my brothers, you know what I'm saying? And I think that the whole process is about the celebration of legacy. We got 2 incredible men together who have contributed something incredible to my life as an artist. So I'm celebrating both of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a dog in the fight. I just know you got 2 dogs getting ready to fight. That's what I know.
All right, when we come back, we got more with Usher. This morning, everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guide. We are the Breakfast Club. And Loren LaRosa is our special guest host, Charlamagne.
You said something. We introduced you at the I Heart Living Black thing.
Yep.
And we introduced you, and you was like, yo, man, I kind of want y'all to do that over because y'all introduced me and said I worked with a lot of icons. And you was like, but I am an icon. And I said to myself, yo, he's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I remember having a conversation with Dream, and me and Dream were just talking about how we got to preserve certain people's legacies. Mm-hmm. How, as an icon, because you're a musical icon, undisputed, how do we preserve legacies like yourself while y'all are still active? I don't want to wait until you pass and then everybody's celebrating you. Like, how do we do that while you're still here?
This might come off biasly, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try to do it without thinking of myself. I think that we have to celebrate. I think there's something about, R&B artists versus rock artists versus even hip hop artists that is easily disregarded. When you think about Chuck Berry, you think about Little Richard, you think of Domino Fetch, think about Paul Robeson. You don't even know these names. Some people may not even understand, but no, they paved way for every bit of what we're celebrating in these new means. Saying whether it's entertainment based because it was James Brown or Bobby Brown or Michael Jackson. Yo, by the way, we don't sell records no more, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, check your stats, you know what I'm saying? Look at what they would. Who sold records like Michael Jackson?
Nobody.
Extreme shit, that's cool. But who sold records, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And been able to sell physical copies like that, especially in this genre. Right. It don't happen.
Who sold records like Confessions?
Hey,
that's a diamond album. Who sold records like Confessions?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but I'm not here to pop my collar. I'm just talking about, for real, legacy needs to be preserved. Everybody, by the way, in R&B is always trying to, really figure out who's the king. But I focused, my focus is really on a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And making certain that we remember R&B artists the same way that hip hop is remembered. And hip hop is preserved not just because of the songs that were created, but also to the fashion. Look at what Amiri is doing. Just, you know what I'm saying, with hip hop. Mm-hmm. You see Mos Def and Talib Kweli, you're like, yo, who that if you a kid? Yo, they giving you culture. They speaking through the clothes. Mm-hmm. Kanye and them, just Sean Puffy Combs creating, that culture. Fat Form, which is, Russell Simmons. It became something more than just the music. It became a culture. being a king. I want a kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to be able to lift that R&B movement up just as much. That's why you come to Vegas, and that sophistication is out there. That skate is there. That entertainment is there, because that's R&B, and you don't get that every day. That ain't gonna be something that everybody gets. But it creates a conversation that I think is odd. You know what I'm saying? When I hear that comparison, it's funny, especially for people who have done things that nobody else has done. But it's also too misinforming, because the new kids, they actually think, oh yeah, if I have this amount of streams or this amount of like looks and likes,
that's right.
That love that was a part of building that legacy don't matter. Them likes and that love, it don't equate. You know what I'm saying? So
I totally agree. That's why I don't like, and it's no disrespect, because these guys are great. You can't compare a Weeknd to a Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare Chris Brown to a Usher. They're great. Don't get me wrong. Those guys are great. They do what they do. But y'all just came up in a whole different era. People had to actually go to the record store,
but also to
and buy albums.
The craftsmanship. Like when I came to your show in Vegas, and I've seen you before this, but I remember when I left the show, I was just thinking like, I don't know if I've ever been to a show of any artist in my time right now that I left feeling the way that I did. Like the detail that you take with like the performance, the song, the serenading the crowd, like even before that went viral. Like I was just like, I don't know if artists do, like my artists that I know are our R&B artists, take that time. Like it made you feel good. That's a different type of feeling, and that matters.
Well, thank God that me and L.A. Reid decided to start a label. Mega is gonna make some new ones. You know, you look at what he and Babyface did with LaFace Records, and obviously what, you know, he and I even did with artists like Justin Bieber. So it's like, all right, we coming together, and that artist development, it does matter to be able to understand and make certain that people remember that entertainment matters. It's always been the most important part of who I am.
Right.
But I think that, you know, there is a way to bridge the gap, because I ain't gonna discredit the artists who are killing it, you know what I'm saying, because they have a following. Right. But we just do things in a different time, and it's not fair to discredit those amazing artists, Philip Bailey, those amazing singers, you know, amazing jazz and all of these different levels of music. It might seem odd to slow down and listen to these songs, but it's really up to y'all as the curators to get them to pay attention to it. Yeah. Maybe you come up with a fact of the day. Maybe y'all start saying, yo, call us and tell me what this sample is. And then before you know it, people are being informed. Create new connections to preserve our legacies. Not mine, but the legacy of the things that have assisted us. You know what I mean? Babies were born to these songs. You know what I mean? Story moments that we've had to these records. You know how many amazing things that track our lives in these songs? How easily we can just throw them away and move to the next chapter. Nah, man, you gotta keep inform your audience. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with everything you're saying.
Don't sensationalize it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have a little bit of thirst trap there, but I'm just saying, for real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with everything you're saying, and that's why, you know, we got to be intentional too about celebrating. I think a lot of times, especially as men, you like, oh man, you riding. It's easy to make jokes. It's easy to even critique something when you don't like it, but it's for whatever reason it's hard to be like, nah, that's that dude right there.
Yeah,
like Usher's an icon.
Intimate conversations are intended for intimate spaces. When you have a broadcasting space, what you say becomes the law, right? There's many conversations of debate of who's the illest MC or the best rapper or the best dancer in the barbershop or even in the private confines of your house, but not everybody understands how to process that, and it just then instigates conversation and things that are not really about preserving real work and real artistry, man.
Now is this we're talking to Usher. He's over in Paris doing his residency in Paris. I was going to ask, so this is your first album where it's almost, you're not on a major label. It's almost like you're part of it. This is like almost your independent, where you're putting everything behind this one, right?
Yeah, Gamma, Larry Jackson's effort. You know, if Arce is just me, there's many other artists that are going to come. But me and LA, we started a label under Gamma called Mega.
Wow.
And it's the beginning of, you know, the continuation of our legacy, the beginning of the continuation of our legacy, you know.
And it's called Coming Home, the next album. Why Coming Home? Why that name?
Coming Home, I mean, there's ultimately been several things that make me feel like I'm coming home. Not even a place, but just a feeling. Me reconnecting with LA. Me coming home into a space of comfort, whether it's Las Vegas or rather it's just the home that is Atlanta and the home that I'm building there. the coming home of becoming a better man to my woman, a better man to my family, a better man to, the world and the story that I choose to tell. That don't make me perfect, and I'm not getting ready to, just change the narrative. I'm gonna be honest about some of the things that I've gone through to create these songs, which I always have kept it honest in my music, whether you understood it or not. But coming home, even to the culture of where I come from, you know what I mean? I don't know if you saw me. If you go to my IG, you'll see me, doing festival things over in Ghana. When I spent time in Ghana and I went to the original spaces where slaves were brought in off the ships, something about that made me reignite coming home to our original home, the motherland. And all of those things started to sneak their way into my music, whether it was the algorithms of the song or the rhythm and beat of what was going on with, Amapiano and Afro beats. All of those things began to instigate my creativity. So I'm coming home in all of those ways.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Usher, we look forward to seeing you at Super Bowl.
The icon known as Usher.
That's right.
Okay, who should always be celebrated.
That's right.
All right, and it's a beautiful thing to see you at your Las Vegas residency, and it's going to be a beautiful thing to see you at the Super Bowl halftime show, reminding people why you are indeed Usher Raymond.
I can't wait to see the skates at the Super Bowl.
That's going to be dope. I just want to tell Charlamagne one thing. The Cowboys are not going to be in the Super Bowl, so I just want to clear that up right now. Just clear that right now.
Well, I don't know if they are or not, but Usher will be.
Usher will be, ladies and gentlemen. And
I know Usher will be there.
That's right. We appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you, my brother.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that I was able to give y'all this news first.
We appreciate you, King.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And love back to you. Love back to you.
All right, it's Usher. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yeah,
let's get right to the rumors.
Loren LaRosa. So I've been here for a little bit. I've been here for a minute.
Move out the way. Made it. This is the Rumor Report.
I think a lot of people will recognize the voice and the name.
On the Breakfast Club.
Loren came in hot.
I came in telling the truth. So Kerry Washington just recently made a huge discovery. She discovered that her dad is not her biological father.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a new book out. It's a memoir. It's called Thicker Than Water. And she talks about how she was actually planning to go on a show. We got the book right here. Yes, we do. She was planning to go on a show that Henry Louis Gates Jr. was doing called Finding Your Roots. And on that show, it's all about you do all the DNA testing and all that stuff to find out where you're from and all this info about your family. And her family, when she told them that she was going to do the show, her mom and her dad reached out to the show and said, hey, look, her dad is not her biological dad. What should we do? And they suggested that, her mom and her dad have a conversation with her before filming because they didn't want her to find out while filming.
Wow.
So back in, I think she said it was 2018, they reached out to her and said, hey, come by the house. Let's sit down. Let's talk, have some dinner. And they told her that it was actually a surrogate, not a surrogate, but a sperm donor. Yeah, sperm donor. Sperm donor who fathered her. And she said that, because of that, it kind of changed her perspective on a lot of things and it made her look deeper into just who she is and kind of some of the things she went through as she was growing up. She said she struggled with insecurity, just a lot of different questioning herself. Her body, her upbringing, just so many different things. And she also said her parents didn't want her to write about this in the book, and they've always been supportive of her career, but they asked her not to write about this, and she decided that this was something she needed to do for herself. We have some audio from the interview that she did with People Magazine.
When I got this new information about my family, I just thought, I'm done with secrets. I'm done hiding. I don't want to hide anything anymore. I just want to be able to have my story and live my life and not hold on to shame or fear or worry about how I might be judged. I wanted to really be in my truth.
Yeah, we aren't doing ourselves any favors by keeping secrets from each other as a family, but I guess it's just a matter of when, right?
Yeah.
There's some things you don't want to hit a kid with, right? You want to wait till they get a little bit older.
They
can understand it.
There was a quote from her that they really didn't have any plans to tell her. They didn't want to tell her.
But what changes though?
Nothing.
If they knew or not, nothing changes. They still raised her. They raised a
Very
beautiful
much
young
so.
lady. She's very successful. So I
Very
don't.
much
what
so.
changes? You know.
Well, she says that for years she struggled with, to be exact, anxiety, self-esteem issues, and an eating disorder when she was younger, and she feels like those symptoms might have been something that was caused because of her parents' secret.
Hereditary?
Because there was always. I mean, you have to think of not even hereditary, but you have to think that there's some sort of distance at some point in the house, because there's certain questions I'm sure she's asking, certain things she wants to know about that they're basically having to lie about because it wasn't her dad.
Well, the only thing I would say that would change is there's certain things that you would want to know, right? Like if your father, your mother had heart problems, or there was high blood pressure or stuff, health wise.
Y'all just said that.
But other than that, none of that other stuff really matters, right? It's still your mother, still your father, right?
I think it's easy to say when you're not in her shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it actually makes you understand what the real definition of a father is, because just because you provide the sperm doesn't make you a father.
True.
Right.
That man was clearly a father.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, so the book is here, and she says she gets into a lot of the things that, at some point she said she felt like somebody was not telling her something about her body. In this book, it just explores everything that I guess she wished she knew, the things she feels now that she knows, and more about Kerry Washington.
Yeah.
She gonna be joining us this week.
Yes, she will be.
Mm-hmm.
Now on to other news. Keke Palmer actually opened up a little bit more, not too much, about where she is right now in her relationship with her kid's father, Darius Jackson.
You and Darius out for drinks?
OMG!
I was watching
at the Beyonce concert?
Yes, I was watching it.
What was happening there? Oh my gosh, the Beyonce concert. First of all, that was my second time going. I went first with my homegirls, and then he was like, I hear everybody's going for her birthday. I said, does that mean we're going again?
Yeah. Well, are you all about him?
Good.
Yeah. Are we all about each other?
Not y'all trying to get into it. They tried it on the Today Show.
Hey, listen, you were a talk show host. You know.
Yes.
You know.
And you kind of brought it up.
We want to know if you're happy.
Howling.
Are you happy?
Yes, life is good. I have nothing but gratitude, honestly. Seriously.
For the relationship.
Are y'all not trying to be specific? Well, are y'all together?
I'm going to take a page out of my girl Beyonce's book, Mind Y'all's Business.
No. The way my insecurities are set up, you have to claim me publicly now. You done been all at that man's show.
They were
all
on
in that
Instagram
man
Live
video.
publicly.
I need to hear it too, right there on Hold It. What was that?
It was the Today Show with Hoda and Jenna.
Hoda and Jenna, salute to Hoda and Jenna. You need to claim me publicly.
They were on Instagram Live together on her birthday. What other type of claiming do you need?
I need more than just the Instagram claim.
That's the short man syndrome. He's tall.
I said the way my insecurities are set up.
He's tall.
Claim
Let me see.
Publicly.
Let me see. I'm gonna look. I think he's
you would want your Snow King to claim you, right?
First of all,
you would want your white king.
First of all,
you would want your Caucasian king to claim you.
I don't have a Caucasian king.
Don't let him talk to you like that, Loren.
All of the black men I've ever dated have always claimed me because I am a prize. I am a queen.
Okay. After we do Donkey today,
where you want to go?
We're going to see about these black men, because Loren ain't been talking about no black men all morning. I asked Loren what she liked better, Snow Kings or Snow Crab. She said, I ain't never had no snow crab.
That's not true. I said,
What is going on up here?
Now I never ate a crab boil.
I asked you, do you like Snow Kings or Snow Crabs? You said I ain't never had no snow crabs.
No, I said I don't prefer the snow crabs. I prefer the whole crab.
Ladies.
The blue crab.
Ladies. Okay,
we're
ladies.
going to talk after Donkey.
Ladies, that is your room
Where's
report.
your fan?
I am totally against it.
That's right.
Wow. All right. Well, Charlamagne, who are you giving that donkey to? This is getting heated.
Before after the hour, we need a man named Eric Thomas to come to the front of the congregation, okay? We need to have a word with him.
All right. And then after that, are we calling? Who are we calling to the phone lines?
Well, no, yeah. Loren did bring up a thing. Loren said that all black women love Travis Kelce.
I didn't
She
say
said
that.
They have
First
Travis
of all,
Kelce on their wall. She said they've been had the jerseys way before the increase in sales with Taylor Swift. So I just want to know if this
one
is true.
thing you don't need to start is the Black Effect PR firm, because you're misspeaking for your client. I didn't say all black women.
Okay.
I said black women have a thing for
Ladies?
Travis Kelce and a thing for NSYNC. Not all black women, but it's a thing.
Ladies. Donkey today's up next. Then we're going to open up the phone lines. All right. Woo, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
It's gonna be a donkey, because right now you want some real donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the heat.
Did she get donkey today? Please tell me.
I have become donkey of the day.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Yes, donkey today for Tuesday, September 26th goes to a 33-year-old Tampa, Florida man named Eric Thomas. I'm starting to realize that donkey of the day triggers my anxiety. And the reason it triggers my anxiety is because I realize that I'm sharing space on this third rock from the sun with some real live idiots. And it reminds me that every single day we wake up, the only thing that's keeping us safe is avoiding these idiots. But you just don't know they're idiots until they do something idiotic, okay? And it's not that people are stupid, all right? That's the other scary part. A lot of folks are very smart and fully aware of what it is they are doing. The biggest issue in America today, though, to me, is simply the fact that folks really don't know right from wrong, or don't care to know the difference between right and wrong, okay? We live in an era where good is mistaken for evil, wrong is mistaken for right, and Satan is surely mistaken for God, because folks just be out here committing crimes as if committing crimes is normal. Case in point, Eric Thomas. See, Eric Thomas is a drug dealer. All right, he's your neighborhood pusher, trap star, D-boy, weed man, peddler, your source for all things that get you high. Really just weed, though. And he was recently charged with a pair of drug felonies and booked into the county jail, where he remains locked up on a $7,000 bond. Now, in the past year, Thomas has been convicted of weed, booger sugar, cocaine, and battery. All right, he's got a pending case where he has been accused of possessing 7 Ziploc baggies of weed. The pot was discovered when he was emptying his pockets into a plastic tray at a court security checkpoint. Did you hear what I just said? Eric was emptying his pockets into a plastic tray at a court security checkpoint, and he took 7 Ziploc bags of weed out and put them into the plastic tray at the court security checkpoint. If you're wondering, in Florida, weed is still not legal. All right, God bless him. Okay, that happened to me once. I was in a car with a former associate, and we got pulled over, and he had his license, his registration, insurance in a plastic envelope type thing, and he handed it to the police officer. But if you forgot, he also had a few bumps of that white girl in that envelope, too. Got us all locked up because he didn't claim it until we got to the police station. I tried to snitch on site. I tried to. But police wouldn't listen to me because I was trying to snitch by subtraction, meaning it was 3 of us in the car. So I told police to do the math. What's 3 minus 1? Because it ain't mine. It just leaves those 2. But that wasn't good enough for them. You know, even though my charges eventually got dropped, I should have just told on him right then and there. But none of that has anything to do with what I'm speaking on now, because that's not even why Eric Thomas is getting donkey today. I'm just trying to paint the picture of the type of donkey we dealing with. The reason Eric is getting donkey today is because Eric is in jail because of Eric. And I just don't understand how so many humans hate snitching, but we literally are in an era where folks don't do anything but incriminate themselves. It also bugs me out when people claim they hate the police so much, but as soon as a crime is committed against them, law enforcement is the first person they call. And that's what Eric did. See, Eric got robbed for $10. Eric said someone stole $10 from him. Not just stole $10 from him. He called the police and told police that he was selling weed, and someone stole $10 from him while attempting to sell it. According to the arrest affidavit, and I'll read it for you, as he was reporting the theft, he had 11 baggies of reefer in his hands. It says, the defendant called police in reference to a theft. Once police made contact with him, he stated he was selling weed and someone stole $10 from him while attempting to sell it. The defendant had 11 baggies of weed in his hand while walking up to the officers. He was arrested for this, and while performing a search of his person, 2 baggies with a white powdery substance which tested positive for cocaine were located in his wallet. Now we getting to the bottom of things. We're getting to the bottom of things, people. See, he was selling the weed, but clearly sniffing the cocaine. All right, that cocaine mixed with Rihanna's makeup is ruining society. All right, maybe the cocaine was Fenty free, I don't know, but I know that he clearly was high. This story makes way more sense when you know that he was high, because there is no way in Satan's kingdom that someone calls the police to report $10 was stolen from them while doing a drug deal and then approaches officers with a bunch of drugs in their hand. But once again, this is who we have to contend with on this planet. Every day, these are the days of our lives. And as the world turns, we have to deal with these young and restless individuals. They bored. They got too much time on their hands. They have access to everything but know nothing. And I'm being honest with you, it's one of the reasons I'm thinking about raising all my children in another country. Because we only got one life to live. And I want to live my life in peace. I don't want the drama. I love comedy, not soap operas. And that's why I do Donkey Today, because this society is all a dramedy. It's really all drama, but you have to make it a dramedy. Okay? And as my great friend Little Duval says, if you're not laughing at life, you're missing the point. Please give Eric Thomas the biggest hee-haw. Now, the president of the Fat Lives Matter committee told me that he has found access to the actual police call, the 911 call.
Really?
I haven't heard it yet.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
911, what's your emergency?
Listen, it's your boy Eric Thomas, and I really want to report this theft, all right? I was pitching work on the block, and this pulled up to me and stole $10 from me, and I need y'all to do something about it. What y'all about to do about it?
Wait a minute, so let me get this straight. You're selling drugs on the block right now.
Yep.
And a customer stole $10 from you?
Is this real?
While you were selling drugs. And you're reporting it.
That's right.
For us to arrest them.
Exactly.
And you are who again?
Eric Thomas.
All right, so I have all of that information. We're going to go ahead and send out we're going to go ahead and send out 2 squad cars, and hopefully we can resolve the crime that have been committed today. Okay?
Thank you. That's all I was asking for. I'll be right here waiting.
Yo.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
No need to play a game and guess what race it is. Huh? We know niggas when we hear them, huh?
No.
All right.
Go and play that game today.
Okay.
All right. Now let's move on.
Say peace, BET.
BET, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye,
All
BET
right.
and all the
I can't
black
believe Lauren
kings.
asked was that real.
What?
Of course it was real, Lauren.
Because just dumb.
Lauren, I told you earlier, you need to believe me even when I'm lying.
Cap. That was not a real call, Lauren.
Yes, why would you stop?
Lauren.
Believe me.
If you
It was too. First of all,
Lauren.
You're probably going to believe him because he's lighter.
No. I'm just saying. Am I?
Whoa. You want to get to the topic now then? You see, I just said
get to the topic.
All right. 800-585-1051.
All I hear Lauren in here talking about is her Snow King, Travis Kelce.
That is
Travis this, Travis that.
Yes.
How she's so hurt that Travis has decided to move on and got him a human jar of Hellman's named Taylor Swift. And she said all black women are so hurt behind it.
I didn't say all black women. And I know why you're really upset. Travis Kelce is 6'5".
Wow.
It's okay. You read today.
I'm 6'5" backwards.
Okay.
No, you definitely not.
You
You
probably
5'5".
like 6'5" backwards.
No, you're 5'5". But
Okay, I'm 5'6".
let's open up the
Actually,
phone.
5'7" on my license because they asked me.
You're 5'5". You was probably on your tippy toes. 800-585-1051. What is the question?
The question is, do black women love Travis Kelce as much as Lauren?
Wow.
Says they do.
Don't.
Wow.
That's not the question. The question is, do black women think that Travis Kelce is a joint or no?
Same difference.
No, it's a very big difference.
And for people that just tuned
Joe
in,
Biden.
we found out earlier that, yes, Loren LaRosa did jump in his DMs.
Yes, you did, Lauren. Don't lie.
I am totally against it.
That's right. We need Dr. Where is
Where did
Dr.
Dr.
Umar
Umar come
when
from?
we really need him?
I can't say that I did or didn't jump in his DMs, but it was for a show. It was a part of a show.
What was the
We
show
were
called?
having a conversation. It was when I was
For
at
the
TNT.
Love of Mayonnaise?
No,
What
we
was
were.
the
we
Love
were
of Mayonnaise? What was the name of the show?
No, we gotta go.
We
We gotta go.
were-
We're gonna talk about it when we come back. 800-585-1051. Allegedly, Loren LaRosa loves this white king,
Snow King.
this Snow King. So we're asking women, black women, do you love
Travis
gentleman
Kelce
as
like
much as
Lauren
Lauren
says
does?
y'all do?
800-585-1051. Lauren said it's just because Charlamagne's hating because he's really only 5'5" and he's jealous about that. But we'll
5'6".
discuss when we come back. 5'5" It's the Breakfast Club. Come on.
The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LaRosa is here, and she has been talking about this Nubian white king that she loves so much.
Yeah, first of all, salute to all the women who just discovered the NFL because of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is going to make all these women Chiefs fans the way Deion has made everybody else Colorado fans. And Lauren has been in here all morning pouring her beautiful black heart out over this Caucasian man named Travis Kelce. I don't have a problem with it. You know, it just hurts me to see her so hurt over the fact that he has apparently ditched sisters and moved on to white women. I don't know if this is true or not.
Is that true, Lauren?
I mean, he was dating.
Oh, so you really did like him?
No, I didn't like him. I just thought he was fire. Like I thought he was cute.
And you would have
really
hollered.
attractive. I might have.
You would have crossed the line.
You
for
told
him.
me 87% of all black women had Travis Kelce posters
I
on
never
their
gave
wall.
you a stat. Now you
did
talking
give me a
crazy.
stat.
I did not.
You did.
I said that for black women, at least the black women that are in my group chat, NSYNC and Travis Kelce, those are both people, or Justin Timberlake from NSYNC.
I'm about to say all the NSYNC?
No.
Even Joey?
Justin Timberlake specifically, but we been got rid of him. And Travis Kelce are there. You have white boys where you like, oh,
so you would have
cute.
crossed the line for him. So you'd have crossed the line, the black line, to talk to those white brothers.
What's the
those
line?
white guys.
You would have let Dr. Umar down?
Wow.
You would have let Dr. Umar down?
I don't know if I live my life day to day to please Dr. Umar. No, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just doing what's best for me.
So what about this white king that you love so much?
I didn't love him. I just thought he was cute, and I just was like,
I asked you if you ever had snow kings or snow crabs. You told me you ain't never had no crabs.
I did not say that either.
That's exactly what you said.
I did not say that either. I said I prefer whole crabs, the blue crab.
Wow. Wow.
So are you still on the white side,
or
are you coming back on this side?
I never went over there, y'all. That's what y'all don't understand. You can look at everybody has looked at somebody and been like, oh, they cute for a, like, he's cute for a white boy.
No, but you wasn't in his DM.
No,
that's a
you
little
knew
different.
And she knew what kind of clothes he wear. She like, he used to wear Timbs. He didn't have his butters laced up the right way.
He was swaggy. I don't care what y'all calling and say about him. He was swaggy. Now, I told y'all, now he's giving the cop that turned the body cam off. That haircut is not it.
Don't disrespect that man because he found joy.
He can find all his joy on his
He might be
peace.
back.
Well, let's go to the phone lines.
He left. It's okay.
We have Shelly on the line. Shelly, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning everyone. I'm so pleased that I'm actually getting through. And Ms. Loren, you're doing an awesome job. Your vibe is blending perfectly. So pertaining to the question, I don't know if I could go off where it's not Kelce, but in general, like snow crabs, white crabs and such.
Snow kings. I like snow crabs though. Snow crabs is good. I like that.
Okay, great. So for me, I do like snow crabs. It's just something about snow crabs that makes me just get excited.
Oh boy.
Keanu Reeves is my top tier of who. Every time I see him, I'm just like, my coochie's like, ooh, Keanu. Ooh.
Oh, okay, so Keanu's your vibe. Like you, it's not that you want to be with him, but as a white boy, you just like, ooh, Keanu. Like
Dr. Umar,
you know,
I will always go for my black king, but when it comes to sexuality, it's just something about that. Wow. And this might be a little off, guys, but also Putin. Putin is another one that I'm like, yo.
Hang up on her.
I'm farting all over your taste.
She lost me with sexuality because this one thing I will say. Earlier you asked about a question about like having sex with like a white person. I've never even thought about that. I just looked at him and was like, oh, he's cute, but I never thought that far.
You lying,
Lauren?
That's
I
cap.
haven't. I
That's
swear,
cap.
I never.
You just talked about his butters would look so ill and the bed looks so
because
sexy.
he's
and then you never
physically
thought about
attractive. I've never thought that
Lauren
far.
threw up the W, right? I thought she was doing West Side because she'd be in LA. She was doing this for white men.
Oh, white.
And now, because you did that, everybody who has a taste for snow crabs is calling in because of you.
White gang.
But see what
that's
you
what it
did?
is. Hello?
Dr. Umar about to raise holy hell against you,
Hello?
Lauren.
Hey, what's your name?
Hey, this is Neva.
Neva, what's your comment, Neva? What you think? What's your thoughts?
Well, although Travis Kelce is nice looking, I prefer dark meat,
There you go.
and that's a great.
I'm with her.
You said Welch is great?
Don't bring him home.
You said dark meat and Welch is great?
She said no damn Welch is great.
What'd you say?
No, I said dark meat.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right, Queen.
It's nothing wrong with saying
Good morning,
that.
guys.
It's nothing wrong with saying that Travis Kelce is a good-looking man. That does not mean that I don't date black men.
You said 93% of all black women love Travis
Now it's
Kelce.
93%.
It was 87 before. It's
You
going
really
up.
be sitting here lying.
It was 87%
You
before.
really be sitting here
You
lying.
said before the jersey sales went up because of Taylor Swift, you already had one.
I did not have no damn
That's what you
Travis
said.
Kelce jersey.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Kayla.
Hey,
Columbia.
Kayla. Where you calling from, Kayla?
803.
From Columbia.
Oh, okay.
So about the dude, he is fine. I didn't know anything about him until this morning when I saw him going viral. But yes, he is fine. I'm down with it.
Wow. So it's Lauren's fault. Lauren is the reason you know about
No,
him
she
now.
said when he started going viral because Black Twitter has been on him.
No, she said she looked it up when she heard you this morning.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got an agenda this morning, Lauren.
Wait, hold on, sis. What did you say, sis? Can we clarify? Because they in here speaking for us.
You need to go wash your hands because you're spreading jungle fever, Lauren. All over the place. All right?
No, you're
Go
not,
use some hand sanitizer right now. Okay.
Thank you. He is fine. You can't get around that point.
He is.
And Kayla, you looked him up because Lauren said something this morning, right?
No, I actually got
Yes. Okay, Yep, Kayla. Yep, it's Lauren's fault. We got you.
You got an agenda this morning.
I have an agenda, but he ain't here lying about stats.
They got jungle fever.
This is an agenda, Loren. We know what the hell going on in these streets.
800-585-1051. Let's discuss.
Y'all come get y'all people.
Let's discuss. Loren is into white men this morning.
Loren
we're trying to figure out
Travis
why.
Kelce.
See, God don't like ugly. If y'all were just in here, y'all would have saw that DJ Envy just almost took his left leg out because God does not like ugly, and I'm one of his children.
That ain't God. That's the white devil. Because you have summoned him. Let me light my Palo Santo. You have summoned him in this room this morning.
Don't come here with that Palo Santos. I have this sparkling water, and I think that this was sent to me to block you.
It's the
White
Breakfast
King
Club.
sent
Good morning.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LaRosa is here. She's our guest host. And if you're just joining us, she came into work this morning crushed, hurt.
This is all true.
Disgruntled.
You should always believe us when we're lying, but this is true.
I want to read some tweets.
She came in this morning so hurt because
Travis Kelce is with Taylor Swift.
Her white king decided to leave black women and start dating white women again, and she was hurt by it this morning.
I cannot believe you, Loren. Like, let that Snow King, find love the best way he knows how.
He found it.
We don't know if he really found it, though.
I don't really care. He was cute. He's not anymore, and now we've moved on.
How things have changed in 2 hours. 2 hours ago, you cared.
Now I'm bitter.
You was in
wow.
You were telling us how you was in his DMs.
You were in his DMs.
Something about a reality show.
Yeah, it was not for that reality show.
What was the name of the show?
For the love of mayonnaise?
Yeah.
For the love of helmets?
For the love of
Sponsored by Kraft.
For the love of raisins and the potato salad. Now I'm just casting on for the love of raisins. Like, come on.
Wow. Hello, Cassandra.
Good morning. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning. Oh, Lord.
First of all,
I'm about to
I
get
love
it.
you guys so much. I'm just teasing. No, I don't find white men attractive. That's my thing. I think that their dingling looks like bacon.
What?
See, y'all keep going to sex.
Y'all going too far.
I can't even imagine. I've never experienced that, and I can't imagine it. I just thought he was cute. I thought his swag was cute.
You would have dated him.
No.
Maybe.
I didn't even know who he was until the blog started talking about him. Nah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Don't nobody want that pork. No pork on my fork, Loren.
Jesus.
Okay.
Hello, who's this?
Hello.
Hey, Eddie.
Hello.
Would you date a white man?
You find Travis Kelce attractive?
Sexy?
Absolutely not.
So why you
calling
him?
To answer the question. What you mean?
Okay, the question is, do you find Travis Kelce sexy?
Yes or no?
Is he
Answer.
attractive?
That wasn't the question.
That was absolutely the question.
No, it wasn't.
Hello? You
said
bend over. That's what I thought you said too. Hold on. What? He do play tight end. Travis Kelce is a tight end.
He
did say bend over.
My black kings up here acting a little, they getting a little crazy up here, y'all.
Hello, who's this?
Hello.
How we both get bend over?
I heard that too.
What's your name?
Tripping.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name, mama?
Hey, I'm Ashley.
Hey, Ashley. Do you find Travis sexy?
Yeah, but I think it was the goatee or the beard or whatever he had.
Girl.
The mustache. It gave him like racist white man vibes.
Look at you. No, don't stop saying yes now, Loren.
No, the beard and the goatee was giving him the vibes. When he cut that, now I'm telling y'all, now it's not there.
Let's go to one more caller. Amari.
Hey.
Good morning. Where you calling from?
Good morning. I'm calling from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
What's happening?
All right, we talk about
Yay.
Travis Kelce. What's your opinion? You find him sexy?
I don't think that we should care. I'm not gonna care. I didn't even know who Travis Kelce was until I saw all of this on the news about him going from the black girl to Taylor Swift. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I feel like we got enough black kings. It's all right. Like, we're not sweating Travis Kelce.
Okay.
We moved on.
That's how I feel.
We good.
Now, see, here's the thing. None of y'all want to admit that the only thing turning you off about Travis Kelce is that he's with Taylor Swift. That's really what it is.
No, because he's white, so I already assumed that he dates white girls. He just didn't at that time.
Mm-hmm.
What turned me, his physical appearance changed recently, and I don't know if that's because he's with Taylor Swift, but it is not giving. And that may be a whole nother conversation, because when you dissect it, I liked the beard, the swag, which isn't originally his.
I'm looking at a picture they just sent me right now. He looked like he should have been on Euphoria. Like he should have been like Fez's cousin or something.
I could see that,
You know
but
what I mean?
if you, it was certain times he would show up to the games in like his like sweatsuits and that's what made you like him. Yeah, but when you look at that, that's a black man.
That is not a black
the
man.
swag, I'm saying the swag of a black man.
You know what it is?
Look at the shoes he got on.
She probably was buying.
I ain't see the shoes.
We're not wearing Uggs like that.
I stopped right. Stop.
What's the sister name?
Kayla.
Kayla probably was picking his outfits up. That's probably what changed.
Really nice.
That's probably
he
what changed.
still thinks he's still dressing away. It's just not.
What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is don't say nothing in this room with Charlamagne and Envy because they're gonna get on the radio and flip it all the way around.
That's Loren's moral of the story. Dr. Umar's moral of the story is this.
I sentence you to 500 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black.
That's right, Loren.
Wow.
Now we condoning domestic violence.
That was not domestic violence. Okay.
No,
because he didn't say who was giving the lashes. He just said he sentences you.
Oh,
to
now
500.
you got clarity on what people saying.
Yes,
because you didn't have it 2 minutes ago when it was about me. The moral of the story is we can say that someone is cute and then move on. We've moved on. We don't need him.
Man, we got rumors on the way. Can we get into like fight the power or something right now? We got anything?
Do something, man. I mean, Loren has just, she need to just sanitize her hands. Like, she need to wear a mask. She just spread jungle fever to all our listeners.
They said I know Travis Kelce's family be in the group chat happy calling his ex a color girl.
That's true.
Rumors on the way. Is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You all right?
Worse than I thought.
I'm doing good. As a matter of fact, I thought about something.
What you thought about?
A lot of the things that you guys were saying, I definitely hear y'all. And I took it in. Y'all know, I'm looking at y'all like big brothers now, but I think that there's a conversation that we really need to have. You got that for me?
What's the conversation?
Yeah, I didn't even play
when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Hold on. Because there have been several situations where I have had to, when I say argue down men about dating outside of their race, especially black men, and how they act like that is like the Amex card, or you know what I mean, like a stamp of approval or entrance into a VIP section that you couldn't afford in the first place.
Whoa!
But when I sit here and say someone is cute, y'all, the world wants to turn upside down. I just want people to understand that, like, we can have our space as well too. We are allowed to look at a person of another race and say they're cute, even if someone wanted to date someone of another race. I don't, but black women are allowed to do whatever they want to do.
Loren, I want you to know this is a safe space. This is a non-judgmental zone. Whatever, you do not have to explain.
You
why
made
you got
up 4
fever.
statistics.
You don't have to explain why you love Travis Kelce. It's okay.
See, that didn't hit the way that it needed to. But you're going to take this home and you're going to sit with it and you're going to think about it and be like, you know what? Loren's right.
Loren, we love you regardless.
Yo, y'all are so
Dr.
good at this.
Umar may not.
Dr.
Umar may not.
Can we? This is a crazy segue talking about black women.
Let's get to the rumors.
Yeah. Loren LaRosa. So I've been here for a little bit. I've been here for a minute.
This is the Rumor Report.
I think a lot of people will recognize the voice and the name.
On the Breakfast Club.
Loren came in hot.
You know, I came in telling the truth. So Tory Lanez, he shared a voice message from prison, and he promised that there was going to be some new music coming.
Hey, yo, umbrellas, man, what's good? I'm talking to you live from prison right now, man. I'm just happy to get out that bullshit county jail. They was hating on the young fly, you heard? Having your 24-hour lockdown, half-size cell by myself, no windows, no mirrors. Even seen himself in a whole year, yo. But with all them disadvantages against me, my head has always been held high, man. And I want y'all to know I'm in great spirits. My drive and my ambition is growing stronger and stronger every day. And I'm so proud of how y'all been moving in my support, man. I know this feels like a scary time, but don't be afraid, man. This don't spark no fear in my heart at all. In fact, I'm more prepared than ever. The music, the videos, and all the projects you wanted, they all ready to drop. So let's just start with the one that we want most, the Alone in Crime Deluxe.
I don't ever want to sound that happy calling from prison.
Yo, don't he sound like he calling from vacation?
Yeah, there's no reason to sound like that unless you about to come home.
He said my head is held high. I was thinking, it don't got to go that far.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that you got to be
Christ.
sad or, bitter, but I don't want to sound that happy calling from prison.
Well, maybe he knows his conditions. He knows where he's going to be, and he's just trying to see the brighter side of
I think
of
it's
what he's dealing
important
with.
when you, because he said he was doing 25 in. That means there's no 1. So you're not getting out of, that means you're on lockdown. That
He's
means
doing
you're
23 and 1.
He just said 25 at the last place he was at.
No, it's
25. Only 25 in a day.
It's 23. He did 23 hours. He had 1 hour out.
He's still lying. He just said that. Didn't he say 25? He said 25. I think he meant the 20. I think he meant the 23 and 1, and he just added it wrong.
Yeah, 23 and 1.
But what he was trying to say is he wasn't allowed out at all.
Correct.
So when you're in a situation like that, and then you get to a place where it's a bit better, obviously he gets a little bit more free time because he's making calls. He's just I don't even want to say excited, but he feels a lot better about his situation.
I'm sure he does, yeah.
And he also knows that he's doing that for social media. So it's a lot of performance in that call as well.
You gonna listen to the music?
What music?
Alone at Prom, the deluxe is dropping. That's what he was announcing. Are you gonna listen?
Alone at Prom?
Yeah, he did the whole it was like a whole
series
thing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm going to run to listen to it when it comes out, but maybe.
Well, he says that the umbrellas, which are his fans, have been holding him down, so it's dropping soon.
Okay.
He sounds supported, so yeah. So moving on, we are going to go to Offset. So Offset sat down with the podcaster Bobby Althoff. I don't know how you say her last name.
Althoff, I think it is.
Althoff. But this is the podcaster who's become super famous. But remember, Elliott Wilson was upset that Drake sat down with her.
Yeah, she did Drake.
Yeah, she does like the very dry back and forths. And people are really giving kudos to Offset a bit because he finally stumped her.
Right.
You do. That's the question.
I interview people.
Why?
Because I want to get to know them.
Why do you want to get to know me?
I didn't.
You did.
Your team reached out to mine.
Don't cap. Let's not cap about that. That's not flex for the gram. CAP. Flag on the play. Cap.
What was that? Are you trying to make a song right now?
No, it was cap.
Okay. I honestly don't know how this came about. I'm not going to lie to you.
Me either.
Okay. Well, my team could have reached out to yours. I'm not going to. I don't want to make you look bad.
They had to show me who Bobby was. I thought they were talking about Bobby Boucher.
Never heard of Offset in
The
my
Water?
life.
Yes, you have.
I have not. I Googled you on the way here, and I read something about you.
I had to go TikTok search. I couldn't Google you. Google's not there yet. You're not there yet. But you'll be there.
So the people are saying, oop, Offset finally got her.
Well, it's easy to stomp someone who doesn't know anything about you. Like, she's got a great gig. She can interview a bunch of rappers she knows nothing about and sit there and tell them she knows nothing about them, and everybody will watch the interview.
Which is crazy to me because she's gotten, like you said, Drake. She's gotten, I think Shaquille O'Neal did it. I think Lil Yachty did it. Him. So the fact that she's getting these great guests and she really pretends to know nothing about them.
Somebody asked Vlad, I forget if it was Academic, because he's in a couple interviews recently, who's the black equivalent of him? I would ask, who's the black equivalent of her? Like, could there be a black equivalent? Someone who literally knows nothing about white people and would sit down and literally do this
They
with
wouldn't
them.
go.
Would it work?
The artists wouldn't go. Labels wouldn't send them. Managers wouldn't take them. They wouldn't go.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool character she got. I think Z-Way was way better, though.
Z-Way, I loved Z-Way.
Drop on the clues bomb for Z-Way.
Yes.
Z-Way didn't act uninformed, but she
substance.
still had the, I don't know what you would call that, nature. I don't know.
Like the dry passive
humor.
aggressive.
I don't want to say a-hole because I don't think they're a-holes.
Like a dry humor
I
type
loved
of thing.
her. I was so sad when she got canceled.
The sarcasm, I would call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Z-Way was a cool character like that.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting though. That when the conversation turned on if this could be done the other way around. Now we are going to one more wrap.
Yeah, when we come back.
All right, when we come back, we'll do Memphis Bleak. He was supposed to be in Drumline.
All right, so we'll get into that next. Don't move. Loren LaRosa's here. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Mix is up next.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LaRosa is here. She had one story she wanted to do that we couldn't get to, which is a very interesting story. You want to jump into it right now?
Yes. So Memphis Bleak, he was talking to Nori and talking to Nori on Drink Champs, and he disclosed the fact that he kind of got into acting, but they tried to push him more into it. So he was talking about the fact that he was actually supposed to be on Drumline. He was supposed to play Nick Cannon's character.
Get the hell out of here.
He said that they were going to put him in acting classes. His manager were going to put him in acting classes and everything, but he felt like it would take away from his like rap persona. Like, how am I going to be a drummer and then go back to the hood and tell, the homies like, this is how we getting money now? So he backed away. And that was one thing he regrets.
I love Bleak, but I can't see Bleak playing that role.
That's why it's called acting, you
But
idiot.
still, I mean, there's certain people you can see in that role. I just can't see Bleak.
I could easily see Bleak in that role.
Can you?
He's an actor. It's acting. I could see anybody in any role if they're acting. And I think Bleak should have took that opportunity.
That was a huge, it's like, what?
I mean, in a lot of ways, that put Nick Cannon on the map.
He said that. He said now Nick Cannon's where he is, and I stuck with rapping. He said that him and Nick Cannon actually had the same manager at some point, and Nick Cannon was trying so hard to be a rapper, and they were trying to push him into acting. So it was kind of funny to see,
Wow.
Yeah. Well, what's the moral of that story?
The moral of the story is you should get out of your comfort zone.
Take a chance.
That's when you really find true success. That's when you really find, what you're really supposed to be doing when you get out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
That's what I would have got out of my comfort zone.
Love that.
I just think during that time, as big as rock was, it was all persona. I don't know how it would have worked.
But that's why he said he didn't do it.
Yeah,
he said he was afraid that it was going to go against that persona. Which also to me too is like, I mean, you really from that. Like the persona is still there because it's your real life.
But Bleak is such a street rapper. I don't know if his fans back then would have seen Bleak the street rapper doing.
It's called acting.
But I don't think people would have seen that.
And we're forgetting the biggest thing about that whole story. Wow. Bleak said he regrets it.
Yep. Yes, he does.
He regrets
did.
not doing it. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive notice. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LaRosa is our guest host today, and it's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Well, first of all, Loren, give them your Twitters and everything so they can at you all day and tell you how you how Dr. Umar is disappointed in you.
Damn.
Okay, great. You guys can find me at Loren LaRosa, LOREN LOROSA, and Brown Girl Grinding, which is my brand that is a very safe space, all things black women, but we buy black women for the world. And it's common spelling, Brown Girl Grinding. And make sure you check out the Brown Girl Grinding podcast as well, everywhere you get your podcast. I always say, if you don't agree with some of the stuff I said, make sure you at me. So y'all have been doing it, and I am staying off Instagram for about 2 days.
And listen, I want to tell everybody, make sure you go to mentalwealthexpo.com to get more information on my third annual Mental Wealth Expo, which is happening October 7th at the Marriott Marquis Times Square from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is a free event. I bring together some, great therapists and psychiatrists and mental health experts and mental health advocates for a day of mental health education and healing. All right. So if you're looking to get started on your healing journey, Saturday, October 7th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., Marriott Marquis Times Square, my third annual Mental Wealth Expo. It is a free event. Go to mentalwealthexpo.com for more information. Now, the positive note is simply this. People that introduce you to new ways of thinking and new ways of seeing life are so important.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?